Hi friends, I'm Sophia. Let me show you how I unbox a upcycled vintage Elna Lock for, clean it up and make it work. Hi friends, come on in. Welcome to the channel today. I played around on a thrift store website and I made a bid for a um, baby lock. It's a vintage, but I wanted to see how it works. And so I got another sewing machine and I'm going to unbox it with you right now. I have to have my um, Lysol because I'm going to wipe it down as soon as I get it out the box because it's a thrift store stuff. Yes, right here. All right. Let's turn a little bit. I know. I can't wait because I know as soon as I'm done opening and showing you guys, I will be cleaning it down and then I'll oil it up. I might go ahead and show you how I do it and then test it out and all that. Am I going to keep it? I'm not sure. All right, friends. So let's go ahead and get this open up here. And I have, okay, I'll tell you that this serger or baby lock that I got, but a serger, it is Elna. And it's supposed to be the Elna 4, I forgot. But I want to try it out. Oh, I got to keep these because I use these when I mail the boxes, my sewing machines. So right here, I'm not, okay, this is the, I suppose this is the pedal. Let's go ahead and open it and show you. That way we can, I'll come right here. So we are going to unbox my thrift shop one bid, okay? Or the bid that I want. All right, so this does not look like it's the original feet for the, and like I said, so you have to have stuff because it's a thrift store, so they kind of come dirty. And but when I sell them, or if I sell this one, I always sell them nice and clean and oiled and fixed and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I like to do with the with these vintages. I play with them until I just don't want to play no more. But I haven't played enough, so I'm going to play with the any ones that I sell. From now on, I will play with them and I will show you how they work and all that kind of good stuff. And before I sell it, so I can show you what I have left. But I still have too many sewing machines, and you will see that next month when I do my show-offs of all of my sewing machine again for International Sewing Machines Day. So this is just a regular one. I'm just gonna kind of like slightly clean it out, but what I need to do is really clean it out, but heavily. But because I'm showing you, I'm doing this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and do stuff really fast. Okay, so I'll be setting that on the floor and come back to that, and then we'll come to let's get this out. Ooh. All right, here it is. Here's put this here, and then I put this here so you can see this serge. I don't want to get rid of this because I use these little bags over again. Sometimes, not all the time. But it depended on the sewing machine because some of the machines are bigger and I have to really pack it nice so there's no disruptions. So yes, this is how it works when I do my, when you see I have all these vintage sewing machines, I either buy it in a thrift store or I win it in a bid. But see, like this right here, you see how it's bent? All right, that I will have to fix all that, which I do. And this is really, really, really dirty. And we got to be very careful because the antivirus thingy, I didn't think of that until now. So we're going to do this right here. And now we'll clean this up. And I'm not going to brush because the anti or antivirus, whatever that is, it is the powder. If you dust and you breathe it in, that's where this bad stuff go on. Allegedly, that's what I've been hearing in the news. Okay, so that's pretty much what that is. So we'll take all this off. This I don't really want these, so I throw these away. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray it up now. I gotta do with faith. I'm gonna do this because I want this. And then I heard about it yesterday. So it's like, oh man. So here is all this. It's really bad up in there. Let me show you guys what I be talking about when I get these things. But I'm going to show you also when I get it done. You see, can you see in there? Look in there. Look at how nasty that is in there, okay? But I'm fine. I'm fine. So, yes, my friends. So, friends, now that you see, it's the Elna Lock. I'm going to clean this up. And then later on, I will be showing you a little bit more about it. Look, this is really bad. Okay, friends, so I took it to the bathtub and I sprayed it in there. Let me show you. See, now all that gunky dust is out, really out. So now I'm going to go ahead and grease it and see if it moves, because the needle won't go up or down, but this right here is moving. So I think there's a little scissors looking thing. So I think there is a lot of gunk in there, which I will be open. Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I'm taking this. Oh God, I didn't open that part. Friends, let me show you. So we're gonna have to take it back to the bathroom and do that. Look at that. See, we'll get all that dust out. So I'll be back. All right, friends. Now that I have it, the bulk of the dust come out. Now I'm going to take a swab and go in there with oil and clean it really good. So all that, you'll probably see a little bit, but not like gunked up. And then I'll clean this all up. Here it is. So you will see this baby again when it's all ready and stitching. Thank you so much for watching this. But pretty much, this is what I like to do. Get old dying sewing machines and make them come alive again. I just like doing that. Hi friends, this is a new sewing machine and it's a Elna Serger Lock Pro 4 and it is more than 35 years old. I won this in a bid, and as you can see, before I did the unboxing of it, how filthy it was. So what we're gonna do after I watched Vintage, I want to say his name right because I have to give him his crown, you know. I visit Vintage Sewing Machine Garage, and he has a whole video. Like, he bought one, but he bought the Pro 5 and he cleaned it and he opened it up and all that, and his was just as gunky. So I was figuring out, okay, because this handle right here, I oiled it, but it wasn't even moving a little bit. So I oiled it a little bit. The needle was not even going down nothing. So now the knob don't even don't turn right. And so I put a little oil. I cleaned, the surfaces and around, like around here. Oh, let me show you. I cleaned it out with some alcohol. That's the way I do it. All right. I'm not a professional at this, but I do what I can. And so I cleaned all that, oiled all this and all that, and I turned the wheel, and I see that it wants to turn. And I kept watching, what's his name? I kept watching Vintage Sewing Machines Garage, because he have a whole hour video on this, okay? And it was his first time doing it, but I know that he was going to come through, because during the 2019 era, and we were all locked in, I watched him and a whole bunch of folks before I knew about sewing machines. And then when I started going to my what's his name, to that thrift store, I don't really want to be calling these names, because they don't I'm not commercializing, and I ain't going propaganda and all that for nobody, because I pay for these things. Even though I win them, I pay for them. So you want to figure out, you figure out what's the stuff I'm telling you about. It's bidding. So I started bidding and then getting these sewing machines and playing with them and just watching all those videos of sewing machines. So I know all of these guys and some ladies also, but I have my I wouldn't say my favorite, but the ones that I really trust, because every time I follow them, everything always work right. So I don't remember his name, but I know his channel is Vintage, and I said I will support him. Vintage Sewing Machine Garage. So he was his first time opening his, right, which is not a Pro 4, it's a Pro 5. And he said, he was like, okay, what do I open here? So he showed that we open this right here, these two screws, and then we take this off and gently take this off. See, as I'm speaking to you, I'm trying to remember what he said, okay? Because I can always go back to the video, but I already know what to do. So gently turn this, take this off, and then for the top one, is it these two? Oh no! Once we take this off, we're gonna see more another screw somewhere around here. I believe that screw is right here. Anyways, I really have to go back to the video. But so we are, when I open this right here, I am going to show you how mine is, because when he opened his, it was just as nasty and gunky. Not gunky, but I call it gunky. Dusty, balled up, dusty inside. So I figured if mine were dusty and galled up outside on these areas, that's probably what's got mine, and that's what I'm believing, right? What has mine that it won't, the needle won't go down. This won't even move. This knob right here. This is the knob to turn the needle. So once I get that going and cleaning and all that, but I will show you once I open it, because we're going to do it together, just like with Vintage Sewing Machine Garage guy did it. Okay, oh, guys, I'm nervous, but I'm always nervous, and then I do my stuff. I do my stuff. All right, so we're gonna slowly screw these like he did. Later, I'm gonna take my time and do this. If you really want to see how it's done, either you wait till I'm done and I show you. No, I can't show you because I'm leaving. You can go to Vintage Sewing Machine Garage and make sure you put the Elna Lock 5. It has 2 videos on it. You wanna do the video that has that he is introducing it, along with discovering it. Anyways, so I'm gonna go discover mine. I had to screw this off from here to take this off, and then I put this over here. So remember I said we had to unscrew. Where is it? Oh Lord, where is it? Oh, I have to open this. I have to unscrew these 2 down here, and then these 2 up here, in order to take all this off, and then we'll see in the inside. All right, friends, so I took the screw from here and on the top, and then we're going to get this off, and I'll show you the inside. We'll discover the inside together. So we're going to put this over here very carefully, because this is where the magic is, and we don't really want this ruined. All right. So why am I not seeing more? So friends, I'm going to show you mine. Mine is smaller than his. Okay, friends, I oiled it, I cleaned it, I opened the sides, I opened the top, cleaned it, oiled it, and that knob would not move. So I opened the bottom, got it cleaned out. It was really, really bad. Had a whole lot of dust, but since I had oiled it, it was a mixture of both. Well, it would not move. So I remembered that I had a Sears camera that did the same to me. And I just remember that my last source was I took my hair dryer and I kind of put it around it while the oil was on it. So I'm going to try that. Do you want to see what I look like? Okay, I'll show you. Uh, this is what I look like while I'm a sewing machine mechanic. Okay, I still feel I look cute with my little bonnet on. And then I got my dress on, but then I also have my, and there's my 4 o'clock go to prayer. So this is my my onesie I had on. We're gonna fix this serger and we are gonna show you the heat's gonna work on it. If the heat's gonna work on it, Prince. That 4 o'clock alarm is to remind me that I need to go pray. So I'll see you in my next video, and I will be showing you this serger's gonna make some noise, and it's gonna roll. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. I still have it open on the bottom. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the. This is how I do it, friends. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, friends. After 2 days oiling and heating, because I put the hair dryer on it, then I put it outside on the sun. Nothing. It wouldn't move. Right. So the last resource, I asked my husband for his tools, and I tried all of them. So I tried this one here. Okay, I don't know why it's not. Okay, here it is. This right here. So what I did, friends, okay, friends, watch this here, because I need to hold this, kind of turn it, and my palm is kind of holding the phone. So now I'm going to turn this, right? And watch this. Watch this now. Things is moving. And so I pull it down a little bit. Everything, even, let me pull it down. I'm kind of scared because I don't want that to pull out, to fall out. So watch this. See, I turned it, and now even this, everything is moving. So I'm going to continue to do this and make that grease go in there, or that oil, and then I'll be back to show you when I close it all up. This is what I needed. This was not moving. This inside were not moving. It was just going click, click, click. So now it's moving. So what I'm going to keep doing is moving it around so that grease can go, that oil can go in there. And then, okay, friends, now that I have it, that it's moving, because I got it to go all the way around. I did one circle towards me and it went around. Before it was not doing that. So I did one. So I took the screw out, tied it again, not so tight, but I tightened it, and then I put the screw down. And now let me show you what's happening now. This is what I wanted happen. You see everything going around? So what I'm going to do is continue. Right now I did this, but I still have a little bit of, tightening there, but it's moving. This is what I needed to happen. 2 days. See, when I get here, I have to do it a little harder. Boom. Like it's, sorry, like it's going over a bump. So once I get it smooth, then I will close it up. But right now I'm going to clean it up and kind of loosen up the rest of these. But that was the one that needed moving. I am excited, friends. So right now I'm going to continue to finish this part, because that's what I wanted to have done. This machine was not moving, friends, not even with the oil. So this was my last resource. And you know what? I went to bed like at 3 o'clock last night, this morning, because I was thinking, what else can I do? Because they didn't even have this part on the internet, on the YouTube. So I thought, well, they had it. I saw one guy did it on a sewing machine, but then I thought, well, in which one do I do it on the serger? So I thought, you know what? In the morning, I will be doing it with all of the screw holes that I see, and boom. So if you have this Elna Pro 4, then if it is stuck on you after you do your greasing and all that, but make sure you do your greasing first, because this could be so dry, because this was dry. This is the one that loosened it. Before I went here and I loosened, and this started moving, because this wasn't moving either. But then when I did this, only this moved, but nothing else. So I did this down here and nothing moved. And then I thought, well, I'm still going in circles. So I did this one, and that's where it moved. So try this one to make it move. If this is the same problem you have, then boom. Anyways, I'm glad I could show you, and I'm so glad that I did it. Okay, friends. After all that, all these days. Okay, friends. So now that I have closed it, trying to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and put it on eBay to sell it for parts. Well, I said, let me try it one more time, because I did all that I know what to do, right? I even went into the motor and checked the washer, and everything was nice and pretty. But I fixed it. I just put it back in. And because the motor was not working, it was not moving, but everything was moving except the motor was doing wrong. So I don't know if the washer was in wrong or what. So I did that, and then I said, close it up, making plans to go ahead and put it on eBay. And then I said, let me try it one more time. And then guess what? It's moving, except for the upper loop. I'm going to have to work on that, but I'm not going to open that bad boy no more. Unless I find a way to fix that. So anyways, this is it. Whew, wow, we got it working. My Elna. I'm going to keep my Elna. Thanks for watching, friends. There's a part 2 on this Elna sewing machine serger.